My name is Felicia Jackson. My social movement project for Social Work 306 is the Black Feminist Movement. The history of this movement was documented in the 1800s. Most Black women were enslaved, and free Black women participated to end slavery. They characterized Black women's tradition of courage, independence, and problems of brutal conditions of slavery and racism. The goals of the Black feminist movement end of the 19th century, where Black women organized their own network. The network was considered the National Association of Colored Women, which was formed in 1896. It supported women's suffrages and it challenged racism and sexual stereotypes. The key figures during this movement were Maria Stewart. Maria Stewart was an indentured servant who later became a women's rights activist. She was the first African American woman on record to lecture about women's rights. Next, we have Sojourner Truth. Sojourner Truth was active in the movement. Her speech, Ain't I a Woman, in 1851 was about Black women living under a racist system. Angela Davis was also part of the Black Panther Party and the Civil Rights Movement, made an impact on the Black feminist movement as well. Alice Walker, a writer and author, led a national debate about sexual policy in the Black community. Bell Hooks, also a writer, made an impact with her writings during this movement. At this time of this movement, there was a theorist by the name of Michelle Wallace. Tony Bambar wrote a collection entitled The Black Women. At the Combahee River Collective in 1977, this was a grassroots for Black feminist organization in Boston. They broke significant ground in this movement. Audre Lorde was looked upon as one of the first Black lesbian feminists. In 1975, Dorothy Pitman Hughes launched the first Black woman on the cover of Miss Magazine. The woman was activist Pam Grier. In 1991, a grassroots effort, the African American women gathered 1,600 signatures in response to the widely circulated ad of the Anita Hill and Clarence Thomas hearings. For the first Million Man March, the Black female activists spoke out about this only being a male march. Black women faced constant sexism in this movement, and many Black men were only interested in controlling their sexuality. Nelson Mandela said, "Freedom cannot be achieved unless the woman has been emancipated from all forms of oppression." During the Black feminist movement, all we wanted to do was defend Black womanhood. The critics of the Black feminist movement said there was a lack of knowledge of Black women's existence, experience, and culture. There's no political movement to give power or support. All the Black feminists were looked upon as a group of lesbians. This ends my presentation on the Black feminist movement, and here is a list of my resources.